Recently, we haven't been short of cars from China which have made us go wow. However, when scrolling through my Instagram feed, I found a new car brand which I'd never heard of, with an exciting new offering. This brand, as you've seen by the thumbnail, is GAC and has actually been around since 1955 and has sold in excess of 2 million cars. But the one I'm talking about today is their flagship model. Assuming this is a flagship car, the price does not suggest that. In Qatar, which is the only place I can get pricing information on, it costs from just under £25,000 rising to £32,000. I think the Middle East is the only place this car is going to be sold, and I can see why. In terms of styling, I am a big fan. It doesn't copy the styles of the Cadillac Escalade and Kia EV9, but instead just has the essence of both of them in them. It's a very imposing vehicle, which I am also guessing means it's got a very high driving position, which is always good in a large SUV. I must say, some of these renderings of this car with blacked out trim and large alloy wheels do make it look more like a £100,000 car than a £25,000 car. There are 3 trim levels on offer. That's GL, GT, and they either have 2-wheel drive or 4-wheel drive, or the GX trim at the top of the range only has 4-wheel drive. The engine is a 2-litre diesel, which doesn't seem that exciting, and you're probably right. It produces 248 horsepower, which is pretty decent actually, and it has 400 Nm of torque, which is pretty good in this class. Now let's move on to some of the key features this car has. This is a panoramic sunroof on the top 2 specs. A 10.1 inch touchscreen is offered on the bottom spec, while that rises to a 14.6 inch touchscreen on the top 2 specs. Wireless charging is on the top 2 specs, as well as a surround view camera, adaptive cruise control and traffic light recognition. For blind spot monitoring and air quality sensors, you'll need the top spec, however. Saying that, mid-spec does seem the best value as it offers plenty of luxuries at a far better price point. But 7 seats is by far the best option, which ultimately led me to making this video because it did seem like quite an interesting car which I think could sell quite well over here in the UK. To conclude this video, it looks like China has everyone covered when they want to buy a car, whether that's a hybrid car like the Neo EP9, you may have seen that on a Grand Tour episode, or whether it's a large SUV for the price of a Vauxhall Corsa. Although it's unlikely these brands will ever arrive in the UK shores for now, I'm convinced some of them, especially Neo, will come over sooner or later. And do subscribe if you want me to see what the new Neo offerings are like, because I think they'll be very exciting, especially this new charging initiative where you swap out the batteries rather than simply charging them up, which takes so much longer. Anyway, for now, that's goodbye and see you in the next upload.